We at the RM Evans Method to Speech Mastery understand the importance of customizing exercises for each and every client based on their unique and current vocal state. So this requires a more comprehensive understanding of how vowels and consonants influence the voice in order to achieve a greater sense of vocal growth and vibrancy. So in this course, we're going to introduce consonants and how they can be used as a tool to either encourage vocal growth, vocal release, and or vocal rehabilitation. So now it's important to understand that consonants that articulate further from the vocal mechanism are less invasive due to their proximity to the folds, as opposed to consonants that are going to articulate closer to the vocal folds, which will be more invasive. Now the reason is that the consonants that articulate closer to the vocal folds, they have, due to their proximity of articulation, they have a higher probability of encouraging muscular involvement from the pharynx and the surrounding musculature of the larynx. Therefore, consonants like W, W, and Y, Y, are less invasive, whereas consonants such as NG and SING and the G, G, are more invasive. Now remember, we are encouraging increased connection of breath and resonance as opposed to leakage of air or breath leading resonance. Okay, we don't want breath leading resonance. Therefore, we work exclusively with voiced consonants, which encourage a closer connection of the vocal folds that can be then encouraged into the vowel that precedes the consonant. So now where do we begin exercise with our clients when approaching speech therapy from the music speech therapy perspective? Well, this will be determined by where in the voice the client is speaking. So now, this requires that when you're conversing with your client in the first 5 to 6 minutes of your session, this is where you analyze the speaking pitch, the posture of the head, the posture of the neck, the posture of the torso, the posture of the face, the posture of the tongue. If the client is breathing with clavicular, diaphragmatic, or abdominal breathing, you would then, after you've analyzed all these things, you would then begin your exercise after determining the speaking pitch of the client, and you begin on the third higher on the piano. So if they're speaking here, you start the third higher. Okay, and this is exemplified in the lesson 5 exercise audio accompaniment. So you do this to encourage release first in the speaking register before moving to the outer edges of the folds. Now there is much more to discuss on this topic, but this has really been your introduction to the significance of consonant choice within the vocal growth, the vocal release, and or the rehabilitation process within music speech therapy. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in your next mini lesson.